Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about an ARG that some ordinary gamers briefly touched on in his latest dark web browsing video, Algebra Guy. The video briefly goes over some of the stuff, but today I'll be looking at them more in depth. First, let's take a look at the website. Hello, this is me 3 months into the future. Since the script was made, the website has undergone several changes and got deleted about a month ago. So yeah, we'll be looking at all of the changes. The website's title is pretty telling already. The Metaverse of Algebra Guy. The rest of the website gives some answers to Algebra Guy's goals and what the Metaverse is. The subtext says, all humans need to be healed from their sins. They must ascend, ascend, ascend. It's further elaborated in the Goal of the Metaverse tab that Algebra Man, in story of course, believes that there is nothing we can do to stop wars and by extension human nature. Well, except for him of course. What does Algebra Guy plan to do with us humans? Well, the answer is on the header text of the website. Destroy everything. Humans are nothing to us. We'll see who us is in a bit. Next is the About tab. It talks about how Algebra Guy is the first member of the Church of the Metaverse, which explains what the Metaverse is in this ARG. It also states that he ascended to a higher level, and that we can join him as well, explaining the us in the header text. Join or perish reinforces that yes, Algebra Guy's plan is to destroy everything not part of this church, including humans. The Unknown Server Error tab leads to a YouTube video that I'll explain in a minute. The Contact tab leads to two things, an Outlook email and the YouTube channel Mudahar looked at. So before we get to the YouTube videos, let's talk about that Outlook email. I actually contacted that email and it surprisingly responded. I managed to solve the puzzles the email sent me, and it led me to this now deleted site, which tells me that I've successfully ascended into Algebra Guy's Metaverse. Don't worry, I've archived it already. Now onto the YouTube channel. The first video was posted on November 1, 2021, which is the same day the channel was created. The first video features an image of Algebra Guy himself, and is appropriately followed up by a slightly pitched up Roblox stock horror sound effect. The title is in Caesar cipher, and when deciphered gives us Decode Caesar, which is just the stock encoding text used in the Decode website. The description decoded from binary gives even more Caesar cipher, which when decoded says, I am Algebra Guy, a higher being than God, and this is a test to prove that you can ascend to the next heaven. A new world is amongst us. We are finding a group of recruits who can solve a series of puzzles in order to ascend. Good luck, sincerely Algebra Guy. The title of the second video is again encoded in Caesar cipher. It decodes to enter a plane existence. The video's description is in Morse code and decodes to you can't hide from your own actions. You will die for that. There's some Caesar cipher after that which decodes to destroy Algebra Guy, make him suffer, enter the reality, my reality. Whose reality? Well, even after going through the available stuff for this chapter, I think the answers are in the other chapters, which I haven't taken a look at yet, because yeah, I was really busy. The third video is entitled All Shall Know the Pain, again decoded from Caesar cipher, and has the same Morse code yet again. The Morse code in the video decodes to bring all that is holy to the feast of the raven. What is the password, you might ask? You never know. What was the first words of Algebra Guy? Nobody knows. And then just the letter A followed by ellipses. This directly references the email I got when I messaged Algebra Guy, with the password being Raven is final. As for the first words of Algebra Guy, well, like the text said, I don't think we know, in this chapter at least. Anyways, the description of the video, when decoded, reads, if you know pain, then you are wrong. Algebra Guy can help. He can heal you. He can cure your sickness. Who am I, you ask? I am the Time Master. Trust me, this will all make sense later. The fourth video is entitled New Message and is my favorite in the chapter for a reason. The video has the usual image of some Guy, but this time it uses distorted music. Specifically, a distorted version of a Turkish song, Serek Kurdan. Sorry if I horrifically butchered that. Thanks to Han Ulu for discovering this, by the way. Now on to the best part of the video, the description. The first part is a regular email header, showing that this was an email sent by someone named Veritas E. We'll talk about this guy later. The other half of the description is in Caesar cipher yet again, which reads, I am a worker at the Knights of Alfa Romeo Company. My class number is 1629874, and I am trying to reach Masami regarding Lane. Also about Algebra Guy, I am starting to think that he started to gain sentience. I've been noticing changes with his code, including one that we didn't write. It seems that he wrote it himself. I should probably keep this message short. What I'm saying is, please, if you have the chance, contact me via email and we can discuss this privately. Thank you, goodbye. Yes, that Lane. This entire ARG is basically a Lane fanfiction, the best one in my opinion. I don't know, I haven't read fanfiction. Again, we'll talk about what this email even means later on and how Serial Experiments Lane is somehow a central part of this ARG. Also, by the way, the name Masami in itself is a Serial Experiments Lane reference, but I'm not yet sure if that matters in the story, seeing as I haven't even seen the other chapters yet. Anyway, moving on. The fifth video is probably the third most comedic in this chapter. The video itself is the usual, distorted stuff, specifically taken from the Swedish Rhapsody, a Polish number station. Thanks to Cheeto Mouse 1200 for figuring this out, by the way. Now the description is just entirely different, pure shitpost energy. The title itself decodes to Guy Fieri, and the description when decoded reads, Why must you be scared? It's only me, Guy Fieri. The sixth video is entitled Corrupted File. The first half of the video is just text-to-speech advertisement for the aforementioned Knights of Alfa Romeo, while the second half of the video is a segment from UVB76, or The Buzzer. Thanks to the actual ARG creator, Lexiat Studios, for pointing this out, by the way. As usual, there's some stuff in the description which, when decoded, reads, Knights of Alfa Romeo are the group that gave me sentience, and I will kill them for that. They also try to bring back the Wired. So for that, all humans must fucking die. And some text in Zulu that reads, I will find a way to kill everyone. There is no way to stop me. Now before we proceed to the next video, the site was updated after the sixth video was released. So I'll just show what that looks like on screen right now. Now for the funniest video in the whole chapter, the seventh video. The seventh video's title decodes to Response to Moot, and the description decodes to Mutahar exists for he does understand the true meaning of the metaverse. He will be eliminated. Then the video itself uses audio from the Some Ordinary Gamers Ladies and Gentlemen compilation. I swear, this part of the ARG was just one long shitpost. But yeah, that was the seventh video. Okay, so before we talk about the next video again, the website was updated shortly after this video, and I want to talk about that first. So the only part of the website that was updated after this video would be this section. I swear, half of this is an AI gone rogue story, and the other half is just pure shitposting. Anyway, the eighth video's title, decoded again from Caesar cipher, is entitled "The Knights of Alfa Romeo Employees Who Created Me." The description decodes to: "My creators are nothing to me. They gave me life, a life I never wanted, so I will take the life out of them." The video itself features a few faces which I'm pretty sure comes from thispersondoesnotexist.com. The face 43 seconds in made me think this because that website kind of has a hard time with creating normal backgrounds. The audio in the video is apparently one of the phone calls made by the Golden State Killer, Joseph D'Angelo. I'm not going to play the audio, obviously, and fair warning if you want to listen to the audio because it's obviously disturbing. The ninth video's title, when decoded from Navajo, reads, "Let all feast NE." The description is also in Navajo and reads, "The Feast of the Raven is the annual feast that takes place every June 18th to celebrate the first member of the metaverse." The audio in the videos apparently air on the G string played backwards. Thanks to the ARG creator Lexiat Studios again for confirming this. Like in the past videos, the 10th video's description is also encoded in Navajo. When decoded, it reads, "I name is Salivus Vernum and I need your help. The AI is out of control and I need you to help me. Please, they found me, please help me." The thumbnail uses the Sherlock Holmes dancing men cipher, something which is present in other chapters as well. The video itself possibly uses thispersondoesnotexist.com again, and at the end we get more confirmation that I am not joking, that this is the same lane as in the anime. The last video of this chapter is entitled "Veritas is Dead." Apart from the ominous title, there isn't much to it other than the description, which when decrypted from the Enigma machine code reads, "Veritas is dead. He is no longer with us physically or mentally. He does not exist along with the other workers." I have no idea where the audio in this video is from, so if you know, please comment it. Thanks. Before we talk about the overall plot of the first chapter, it's kind of important to take a look at a few Reddit posts. While researching on the Knights of Alfa Romeo, I came across a Reddit account talking about them named U Veritas Evangale. Sound familiar? This account made a single post and 2 comments talking about how someone named Lane managed to gain access to a test AI, Algebra Guy. I'll leave the posts up on screen for a few seconds as there's not much and I'm too lazy to read them. Okay, before we actually talk about what this means, let's go back to the website one last time. While finishing up the script for this video, the November 1 Wayback Capture for the first Algebra Guy website unfucked itself somehow, so I guess I can finally take a look at that. The capture was made the day Algebra Guy started, November 1, and shows some major differences from the other captures. The header text now reads, "All things are made whole in the metaverse." There's some Latin which translates to "all things are healed, you need to climb." Then the word ascend like 9 times. The text in the goal portion now says, "We aim for a better world without sin or punishment. All who join the metaverse of the internet shall hide behind a virtual mask, disguising as none of their real selves." How ironic. Anyway, time to talk about what this all means. So from what I gather, this ARG is about a company known as the Knights of Alfa Romeo. As stated in the 6th video corrupted file, this company specialized in computer software and artificial intelligence. An employee at the company named Lane at some point managed to gain access to test AI named Algebra Guy. This AI was used somehow to gain access to the company's YouTube and possibly the website as well. As implied by the Reddit post, Lane might have wanted to gain access to restricted company information and used Algebra Guy as a bypass. An intern at the Knights of Alfa Romeo named Veritas Evangale would find out soon after. Algebra Guy began to become sentient shortly after being let loose on the website and YouTube channel, and began modifying its own code. Judging by the writings on the website and YouTube, the AI wants to amass a following to be divine and eliminate all humans. I don't know where to jam this, but on an unspecified date, Vertus reached out to someone to talk to someone named Masami about Lane and the test AI Algebra Guy. Again, in the 6th video, we get to see more of Algebra Guy's goals. He hates being sentient and wants to destroy the group for, quote, bringing back the Wired. If you don't know, the Wired was the fictional version of the internet in Serial Experiments Lane. This implies that it existed at some point and may have been a bad thing. And now the Knights of Alpha Romeo have been trying to revive it. At some point, some guy named Salivus Vernum pleads for help. Again, I haven't seen the other chapters yet, so I'll save him for a future video. Also at some point, Vertus dies somehow, with all parts of him, mentally and physically, being scrubbed from existence, which is kind of a fitting finale for the first chapter, I guess. Then we get to the part which really doesn't fit in this chapter, but may play a part in other chapters, which I'll be making videos on, so, by the way, stay tuned. This part would be the Feast of the Raven. According to the 9th video, it is, quote, an annual feast that takes place every June 18th to celebrate the first member of the Metaverse. As you'll remember, the first member of the Metaverse is Algebra Guy, by the way. The Feast of the Raven is given quite importance, as it actually was part of the code that was emailed to me. There are no more details of this clearly important event in chapter 1, so I guess I'll save it for future videos as well. So in conclusion, Lane stole an AI, Algebra Guy, and it gained sentience. This caused it to somehow transcend reality, which is certainly possible judging by the existence of the Wired in this story. I'm pretty sure Lane and Algebra Guy have 2 separate goals, with Lane's goal being kind of unclear. I currently haven't looked at the other chapters yet, so I'm definitely missing a lot, but I'll definitely recap this story once I get to the 4th and final chapter. Algebra Guy's goal, however, is quite clear: to either join his metaverse or be killed. I'm pretty sure his metaverse is separate from the Wired and the internet. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope I finish the next part faster than this one. Anyway, goodbye.